246 HorseGym with boots, counting with the hind feet. This follows after we have taught counting with the front feet. We want to make sure the horse is confident being rubbed all over with a long object. Then we use an object to teach targeting with the hind leg and foot. As well, I use my outside hand for our hip away and hip toward me signals. So although I use my inside hand for the new counting signal, she thinks that moving the whole hind end away and toward me may still be what's wanted. It took us a while to separate the meaning of outside hand and inside hand signals. So standing next to a fence helped establish that only one leg needs to move. We start with targeting a long object for a foot lift. Eventually, we use a shorter object. Then I'm going to introduce a finger wiggle along with the shorter object. Horse peripheral vision is excellent for seeing movement. And gradually I'm putting more finger wiggle and less object toward her hind foot. And repeat from the beginning on the other side. Now we can introduce a voice bridge as the foot is lifted. I will count out loud for the counting. So for one lift I just say 1. I click and treat when the foot comes down so we can ask for a second lift eventually. Using both feet is great. It gives us a more balanced mobilization. When it feels right, I try using only my finger wiggle, and that worked just fine. This is why I click and treat when the foot is put down again. For foot care, we click and treat while the foot is up. In a new venue, I like to start with what the horse can offer, so just one lift. 10 repeats of one lift for a click and treat is plenty for one little training session. After 10 single lifts, I might ask for 2 lifts because it feels right, and then we go away and do something else. Triple treat there. And we want to play in different places. 1, 2 is what I'd be saying out loud as she lifts her foot each time. I take up a no intent position until the horse gives his consent signal. That's for 1, 2, 3. And when she does it, I remove my signal. Over time, we gradually worked up to counting to 3. And eventually, we can count to 5. 1, 2 is what I'll be saying. 3 as the foot comes up. 4, 5. Note that I'm using an on-off signal for each foot lift. Now I'm using raised rails to wean us away from a tall barrier on the far side. And once that's working really well, we no longer need a barrier. Counting to 5 on her right side here. We've played with this on and off for over a year, so it's not something that happened quickly. And a clap is like a major click. And we can do it again on her left side just to prove that we can. She offered that first one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Click and treat.